It's the big homie JP Green, aka Mr. Mo Better. We're back once again, the Give Back Show. It is another sunny Saturday in the DFW Metroplex. I have to my right my trusty co-host, Miss Jasmine. What's going on, baby girl?
Nothing much. What's going on?
Man, chilling. Just up here with you and kicking it with my other partner, my player partner, long time. And he's a businessman. We're going to keep it professional right now.
Yes,
we
please.
talk about entrepreneurship. And would you introduce yourself to the people once again?
So I'm tempted to go back into my radio days.
You should.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun today.
Well, my name is Chris P. My on-air name was Chris P. Local Celebrity. I still use that. What do I do?
You're the editor-in-chief.
I am the editor-in-chief of Cosign Magazine. I'm also the co-owner of CWC Entertainment, the home of the Vincent Tucker Radio Show. I think that's about all I do right now.
Serial entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Slash hustler. Slash writer. Yeah.
Okay. That'll work. I mean, it's all true, but you know,
it is all truth. Hey, the easiest thing to tell is the truth, pimp.
Not for me.
And then behind the boards, as always, we've been gone for a couple weeks. You mic'd up today, buddy?
Yeah, what's up? Welcome back.
Oh, Jedi.
Hey, and we got Jedi over there, Jedi Jansen.
That's right.
Jedi, we still have, we're like, I don't know, we're about 4 episodes out. We still got to go back and finish Jedi's interview. But
Man, I think people forgot about that.
No, we're going to get back to that, man, because I keep bringing it up every show. And Jedi, what you been up to, man?
Man, you're looking at it, doing this. Cheaters, been sick the last 3 days, so I've been...
It's nothing worse than a summer cold, bro.
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Jedi got cooties.
Oh, big time. Yeah, you're looking at it, man. This and Cheaters pretty much 7 days a week.
Yeah, and as you guys can see in the background, we have the green screen thing going right now. It's pretty dope. I was a dummy and wore a green shirt today. So, you know.
We have the Headless Horseman.
Yeah, so if you just see me floating through the city, it's not a ghost. It's just JP. It's Mr. Mo Better. And so in a few minutes, we're going to have another guest join us, Mr. Jacob Clayton, a.k.a. Image Ambassador. He's standing outside the door. He's getting ready to come in. And we're going to get into a little round of catch-up. We just wanted to welcome you guys to the weekend. And welcome back to the Get Back Show. We're back in it. So we were eventually, what we're going to talk about today, we were going to talk about from idea to execution. We want to get into a little catch up because it has been a few weeks. It has been a few weeks since we've been on, so we just wanted to catch up.
Bach is lit, y'all.
He all over the place.
But for sure.
You can come on. Yeah, we live. It don't matter. You know, this is what we do. We going. He got the. No. No. We just, we producing on the fly, bro. It's all good. It's all good. They can see it happening in real time. It's happening in real time. And who did we just have join us? Introduce yourself, sir.
How's it going, guys? My name is Jacob Clayton. I also go by the Image Ambassador. You can follow me on Instagram at image_ambassador. I'm a full-time social entrepreneur. I have my own custom clothing business. I'm also a social media specialist and an empowerment speaker. So,
got you. Hey, really quick. We'll put a pin in that because I'm going to ask you about what social entrepreneur is. We'll come back to that.
Perfect.
But since we're in the catch-up phase of the show, what have you been up to lately?
Traveling.
Yeah, so Boston, right?
Yeah, I just got back from Boston this weekend. I'm flying to Florida Wednesday. From Florida to Chicago back to Dallas for 1 day, and then New York for a week.
You got a little tour going.
Yeah, always on the road. On the road.
So are you involved in active campaigns, or are you just connecting with people?
A combination of both.
Okay.
Combination of both. It's always work.
Gotcha.
Regardless of the city that I'm in. But thing about being a full-time entrepreneur, if you're not traveling, if you're not meeting people, shaking people's hands, passing out business cards, and looking people in the eyes, you're not building your business. So the more people that I can reach, I think the more effective, my brand and other people's brands will be too.
Gotcha. That was a nice one right
definitely.
there. I just saw you on a panel. We'll get to that in just a minute. The Blueprint Summit.
Co-sign. Oh yeah. How's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
So, and then where were you this morning though?
This morning I had a photo shoot.
It was, what was it? I saw you post about it the other day.
Yeah, it was a black menswear photo shoot. So, every 3 months, myself and other black men in the Dallas community get together and we have a high fashion black men photo shoot. It's open to the public. The only thing that's required is a blazer and slacks. So, it started off pretty small with just a few guys, and it's grown to have, shoots with over 40 or 50 people.
That's dope.
So it's pretty dope. We had a good time this morning. We brunched afterwards, had a few mimosas, and I'm feeling good. So
There you go.
I'm feeling all right.
That's all you can ask.
And we're gonna have some fun.
We are. Are you modeling the new glasses? I saw you did something with VisionWorks. See, I
am
follow
modeling
you.
this. See, you
I
pay
follow
attention.
you. I'm keeping up.
You
bro.
pay attention.
I'm keeping up.
Yeah, so I'm a men's fashion blogger. So I partner with brands. They pretty much send me free product to promote on my page.
Got you.
So I'm running a campaign with VisionWorks right now. Shout out to VisionWorks on the podcast.
Oh,
Can
look
you
at
see
those
the
frames.
Shout out to
Check
VisionWorks.
it out.
There you go, right there.
We see.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, shout out to VisionWorks. I'm running a campaign with them right now.
Got you.
So
Very cool,
Yeah,
very cool.
it's pretty cool.
How many brands have you partnered with so far?
Too many to count.
That's awesome.
Too many to count. Now the thing about being an influencer, all campaigns aren't paid campaigns.
Right.
Right.
Sometimes you have to buy your product, but
Oh yeah,
you get
sometimes
paid,
they'll give you a discount on it.
and then a code.
Sometimes they'll just give you the product in exchange for content, and then sometimes they'll pay you. They'll cut that check. It all
Gotcha.
depends on the brand. So
Cut the
Very
check.
nice.
That's what we
need
like
the check.
to hear.
We trying to secure the
CTC,
bag.
baby.
Yeah.
CTC. So Jazz, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
Mm-hmm.
I really just have been working on my website, to be honest, and getting the content created for all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And just, I don't even know, organizing my life, trying to figure out what I really want this brand to be, what I want it to say, what I want all on my website. So it's been a journey. It's a learning about yourself process
Gotcha.
when you're trying to brand yourself. So it's been interesting.
That's it. You can't sell yourself unless you know who you are, right?
Seriously.
Most definitely.
That's right. What about you, Chris? What you been up to, bro?
See, this is where I would in the past say some inappropriate stuff. But,
You've grown up some.
maybe a little bit. We just had Cosign just had the Blueprint Summit. Was it 2 weeks? 2 weeks ago?
I think that was 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
August 11th.
It feels like the other day. I mean, still kind of recovering from that. We just dropped issue 23, and now we've turned our attention to the COSID Awards dinner and gala coming up December 1st. So
Yeah.
it goes from one event to the next, one issue to the next.
Is it really gala or is
Or is it gala?
you
What's the
know
word?
you
I
know
don't know.
It depends on what part of the country you're from.
because I had an argument about the island canes because it's not canes, it's like
Cans.
it's cans.
Cans, yeah.
Like
I
the-
didn't know that. Yeah.
But
Is
yeah, one project to the next. I mean, it doesn't stop.
My bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys been busy, man.
Yeah,
You've been busy. Blueprint Summit was hot.
Thank
Jacob was on the panel.
It was. It really was.
I really didn't get a chance to
Because you were
enjoy
running it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, running around and making sure everybody's good. But
Mhm.
seemed like everybody had a good time. The vendors were happy. The panelists were happy. The attendees were happy. So we're happy.
Yeah.
Good.
And for myself, the last couple of weeks just been working on the show, just trying to hone things out. You guys have seen a little bit of content. If you're not following us, you should go follow the Get Back Show on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're on Snapchat as well. We'll have some more content going to Snapchat. And we'll also have some stuff from an interview we did back in, when was that? Jody, when was that? July? We did the midnight interview. Well, not midnight. Well, it was damn near midnight. But we had Jacob on there too. We had some good content on that. So you guys will be seeing some of that. We're gonna get the IGTV jumping and some other things, man. So we can connect with people like Jacob himself, the influencer. We are actually on the. I did a red carpet premiere a few weeks back, and then Jazz and I are working the Culture Couture red carpet and fashion show next Friday. So we'll be doing that, and then we have a couple other things coming up. I'm trying to get on the. I'm gonna put that out there via DM.
Speak it up.
I'm trying to be a co-sign presenter. That's all I'm saying. If you're tired of all the other pocket, no, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm about to have my Suge Knight moment. No, man, and just trying to get us straight, because our whole goal is to be a conduit of information for people who are, as Jazz said, they're defining who they are and what their brands are to be, as well as the ones that are already actively operating as entrepreneurs for this season. That's why it's called entrepreneurship. We wanted to make sure that we find the right way to ask the right questions, and so that's really what I've been just honing down on is making sure that we're getting the information out there to the people over the last couple of weeks, and just getting ready, man. We got some good stuff coming up. I had a conversation with Craig Lewis on the way down here, just via DM. We were just talking and chopping it up. He had some good information. I think Idora Caldwell, we spoke briefly over the week. She's going to be on in the next couple of weeks. Man, I'm trying to get Everett. I'm trying to get Dom.
Gotta get him.
Dom and I are going to meet, so I'm trying to get Dom on. And man, just trying to utilize the Cosign Blueprint Summit as a springboard, which you should. If you were there as an entrepreneur, that you were there to get information too, but you should have been using that as a springboard to move forward in whatever you're trying to do. So that's what we've been doing, man. That's what I've been doing. So let's come back to you though real quick. I really want to see what your takeaways were. Well, you said you didn't get a chance to participate in the Blueprint Summit, right, but just from the aspect of the person that was putting on that type of venue, what were some of your takeaways? I know we had a brief conversation about it, but what were some of your takeaways of what you did get a chance to experience?
Well, I know I did film one of the panels for somebody, and it was great. I mean, I just enjoyed the whole. I mean, at Cosign we tell people stories, so I mean, and basically that's what people were doing up on stage. So they were telling their stories of how their business, how their brand has evolved, the hard times, the good times. And, you know, I relate that back to the things I do. And, you know, it lets me know I'm not alone in different challenges I have. So,
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay. So moving from the summit to issue 23, I know they were kind of hand in hand.
Right.
What was your experience working on issue 23? I think I heard KG mention like this was probably one of the most, I guess, for lack of better words, and I'm gonna paraphrase KG. I'm gonna use my words. This is one of the most potent issues that you guys have put out, content heavy issues
right.
you guys have put out.
Yeah, I actually described it as probably the most content dense issue we've put out. And aesthetically, you know, you go back and you look at the issue and you're like, okay, this could have been better, this could have been better. And there were like very few things that only like me as editor-in-chief or the design guy or KG would have picked up on. It's anybody who's just purchasing the magazine and looking at it probably wouldn't even picked up on. So I think we've stepped up our content game every issue, and now the design I think was great. So I think now that we feel like we have that secured, we can focus on doing the same thing with our events going forward.
Okay, so let me ask you this: being the editor in chief, and you've seen a lot of the content that has come through the writing and stuff like that. Are you starting to see more of the pieces? Are you writing more of the pieces you want, and then are you starting to get more of the pieces that you would like to see from your contributors?
That's a lot of questions in one.
Well, unpack that shit.
Okay, so we are getting a lot of like a good chunk of issue 23. We traveled to LA in April. We interviewed Everett Taylor. We interviewed Blake Ricciardi. Those were our two cover stories, which is great. I mean, you know, we're expanding the brand to different cities, trying to put a footprint down in other parts of the country. So that's great. Is there a lot of writing I do? Yeah. Me and KG do a bulk of the writing. We also have contributors. Contributors did a great job. I mean, I think it's kind of hard to keep a consistent batch of contributors, but I think the few people that we do work with now, I think are solid, that we can continue to look forward to using in the future.
Okay.
But yeah, most of it, if I didn't write it, I edit it. And
do you want to keep a solid? I mean, of course, you want to keep a solid base of contributors, but are you guys open to welcoming in new contributors that want to submit things?
Well, I guess it kind of goes back to the way I got on. You know, if you submit something and it's great, and not to toot my own horn, but like if we really like it, like, you know, we'll reach out and, you know, you might end up on the team.
Well, I mean, your modesty, that's cool.
Way to be humble.
Yeah, well, I mean,
yeah. Well, one of the things I can say is I've been knowing you for a long time, and I've always talked trash to you about your writing as far as I think you're your biggest critic, like as most of us are.
I can't put an article out because I'm like, okay, I want to edit it some more. I want to edit it some more.
Yeah. And I think that everybody that's had a chance to read your stuff and been around you, we know you're a great writer. So I say that to say this: you ain't the editor in chief for nothing.
Right.
Oh, I got you. I got you. So what do we have what do we have to look forward to moving from the summit? We had issue 23 and now going into, I guess we would say, Coscience award season.
Well, we have a trip lined up. I don't want to give too many details because I don't want to jinx it. You know, I don't want to be that guy that says, hey, we got this going, and then something happens. So
got you.
We got a trip lined up. We got a big cover story article that we have planned out. We just have to get there and make sure that, you know, it goes down.
Gotcha.
So that'll be big for the issue. Probably the biggest story we've had to date. Mm-hmm. And we will drop the issue 24 at the award show. So
is there a date on the award show yet?
December 1st.
December 1st.
Right.
It's the first of the month.
Right.
Okay. So what are you guys going to release is there a criteria for the categories, or is that something that
we have the categories worked out? Very soon we're going to open up for nominations. And then we will filter out, you know.
From there.
Right.
Gotcha. Hey, to everybody out there that I know they always put it out for, the public, for people to go on to the page, to the website, and you can vote and nominate people. So what I'm going to tell you is this. If you have a friend or you have friends that are entrepreneurs that are doing big things in the city or around regionally, Cosign to me is a national and about to be international media conglomerate. I'm going to speak that for y'all. I'm going to speak that on y'all. I think that if you want to show them true support, take the 2 minutes that it takes to go to the Cosign page and nominate your friend. Nominate that group of friends that have been working hard. Take that 2 minutes, man. That is the easiest support outside of following them on social media, reposting their stuff, liking, comments, all of that stuff, and engaging your people that you say that you support and that you're friends with. And on top of that, utilizing their products. It's easy to say, yeah, that's my friend. My friend has a business, but you can't tell me anything about the business because you don't utilize their product. You don't go to any of their events. Quit. You're not their friend.
Right. Even if it's not us, I mean, just your people. I mean,
period.
Don't ask for anything for free. Just if somebody is doing something, support with your money. I mean,
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, if you can't afford to, like you said, follow, reshare. Just pump the brand, even if it's not Cosign, just whoever your people are, just
do what you really support them. That's really the big thing. And while you're at it, go ahead and vote for the Give That Show.
Yeah, but we'll put the nominations up. We'll put the nominating process up on cosignmag.com.
We're gonna do it old school. Look at him; he all political now. He cut me off on that. So let's get back to you, Jacob. Let me ask you. I wanted you to explain a little bit, and I think that some of the things that Jazz we spoke about, I think this would be really good information. What is a social entrepreneur?
Social entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I consider myself to be a social entrepreneur because my business is built by people, right? I'd say that that's the best way to explain it. My business is built by other people, and I guess that's any brand or any business. When you're an entrepreneur, when you're a business owner, you're a professional problem solver, right? It's your job to solve problems that people don't know how to solve themselves or don't have time to solve themselves. I'll talk to a lot of business owners that haven't been successful in this because they haven't satisfied a need or solved a problem. A lot of people launch brands and launch businesses without having done any market research. And that, in my opinion, is the fastest way to fail. Yeah. You know, ask people what they need, what they struggle with the most. In regards to your target audience, of course, you need to know the demographic, and that is age, race, gender, location. But you need to know the psychographic too, and that's more important, and that's how they think, right? You gotta target their pain points. Yeah. And so when I was starting my business as a social media specialist, I would ask people, what aspects of social media do you struggle with the most, right? People will tell you, I struggle with content creation, I struggle with monetization, I struggle with growth, I struggle with Instagram ads and promotions, I struggle with my bio, right? People will tell you what they struggle with, and I took all of those concerns and I developed a curriculum, right? So, you know, in regards to the business that I have, I'm in the business of building other people's businesses. Gotcha. And that's why I consider myself to be a social entrepreneur.
Got you. I like that. I like that.
I'm in the business of building businesses.
So are you, in that building process of helping them build their business, are you an accountability partner?
Of course. Of course.
And what aspect?
I check on all my clients. So anybody that coaches or consults with me, that coaching and that consulting is continued lifetime. I don't want to just, you know, speak or meet with you once and then you never talk to me again. Right. Yeah. Accountability is huge, right? Definitely. You have to have somebody checking on you, even if that's only once a week, right? How are you coming with your goals? How are you coming with your mission? How are you coming with your vision, right? Because if nobody's checking on you or simply there to support you, sometimes that will hinder your growth.
Oh, yeah.
In all honesty. And so I make sure that I check on my clients at least once a week to make sure that they're still on track. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. And if they aren't, you know, why not? You know, sometimes you got to give them that kick, like, you know what you need to do, you're just not doing it, right? Yes. A lot of things that I teach in regards to building a brand and building a business is common sense, but not common practice.
Got you.
There's a big difference between the two.
Yeah, I saw you.
Common sense is not common practice, so they'll know exactly what to do. I'll give them the tools, the resources, and all of the equipment that they need, but it's on them to actually utilize it. Right.
So that's the other key, the discipline, self-discipline, right?
Discipline is key.
Discipline
is key. Yep.
Gotcha.
Most definitely. I agree with that.
What do you think about that, Jazz?
I agree that you have to be disciplined to keep doing something over and over again to make it a habit. Most definitely. So what tricks have you learned personally to just, we always talk about the free fall moment, to just kind of push your client, because I'm sure to have them being consistent, you kind of have to have them like sacrifice something to keep being disciplined. So what do you tell them to do to be disciplined when you're coaching them?
I found out that it's just more so mental.
Gotcha.
Most of my clients, this is everybody, this is not just my clients, this is everybody, we struggle with what I call thought limiting beliefs. And thought limiting beliefs are things that we tell ourselves anytime we have a great idea, and essentially talk ourselves out of that idea or that concept. And we do it unconsciously. So let's just say you want to start a business. You'll immediately and unconsciously start to tell yourself, I don't have enough experience. What if people don't support it? I don't have enough money. I don't have the right resources. I don't have the support or network that I need. I'm not old enough. We'll start to tell ourselves all kind of things. And most of my clients have to get past the mental aspect first. Right?
Yeah.
And what I will I do an exercise with them called the 5 lies. And I will legitimately have them write out the 5 lies that they unconsciously tell themselves. I'm not old enough. I don't have enough experience. I don't have enough support. I don't have enough money. What if this doesn't work? What if I fail? And I will have them, for each lie, write a positive affirmation. And anytime they have one of those thought limiting beliefs, I will have them repeat those positive affirmations until they believe it. Right?
Gotcha.
But discipline, right? It's tough, and it's something that I still struggle with today. A lot of people idolize entrepreneurs, especially full-time entrepreneurs. A lot of people, you can do what you want when you want, but that's both a blessing and a curse, because it is very easy to be lazy, right?
Yeah, that freedom comes with a price.
Oh, that freedom comes with a price. Like,
sure.
I can wake up when I want to. I can go to bed when I want to. I can take trips when I want to. But that is both a blessing and a curse, right? You really, again, just have to be dedicated to what you do. You know, there's some days, you know, I wake up and I'm super motivated, you know, to get to work. And then some days I'm like, I just want to lay in bed till noon, till 2 and not talk to anybody. So, but if you have too many of those days back to back, then, you know, you start ground. You start to hinder yourself. You know, my business hasn't always been successful. And when my business wasn't successful, I will 100% say it was my fault.
Oh, yeah.
It was my fault because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to.
Those mirror moments are, I always say that the mirror moments only, they're dependent on how honest you are with yourself and your ability to take that honest moment and apply whatever you to change. You know, I said something, I've been telling my son all week, he's trying out for basketball. I said, wherever you apply effort is where you will see results, because effort is a collaboration between the mental and the physical. You have to physically do something, and then you have to commit your mental faculties to saying, you know, everything has to be in agreement that I'm going to do this.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, man, I'm wholehearted with you on that one, brother. You got that mirror moment right there. Is so for real.
It's real.
For sure.
And a lot of people are trying to blame, you know, situations and circumstances. And we all go through situations. We all go through circumstances. Nobody said life would be easy, but I'm a firm believer that you choose how you react to situations, right? Situations are going to happen. And you're going to be in, you know, positions and situations that, you know, you may not have put yourself in, but how you know, respond to them, that's on you.
It's on you. And then let's look at it from because I was thinking about this today. Your agility, because your ability to be agile as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, will depend on how disciplined you are too.
100%.
It will depend on your discipline, because when you go into it, of course, there's planning in it. So we talked about that. There's always planning when you guys put on shows and stuff like that. There's planning, but unless you're able to plan for every single nuance,
But
you can't, right?
No.
So you have to be agile. But the only way you can be agile and not effective because you're not disciplined. You know, because now you're not making your thought process, your mental, all of that, how you respond is going to just depend on how disciplined you are. I was thinking about that. So that the whole, like the discipline, personal accountability. Craig used the word, he said personal action, like to get out there and do something. Let me quote him real quick. I'm going to quote him real quick. He said, what he said discipline was, he said discipline, I define discipline as learning the right things to do, then doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, and doing it to the best of your ability each time you do it. That's Craig J. Lewis, Gigwear.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Most definitely to a T.
Yeah, and you have to, you know, I know we joke and stuff like that, and we've talked about a lot of different things, but the more and more we start to dig into this content, I'm looking at the show from a standpoint of this is a startup for me, because everybody that I've come in contact with is a potential business partner. It's whether it be through advertising and or our opportunities to speak or host gigs or whatever it is, the way that, because what I would like for the show, I'm just going to be transparent here. You always want to come into this where it pays for itself.
Oh yeah.
You know, where you can get out of the red and get into the black, and now you're able to do more. We're able to do more marketing. So for people out there who are wanting to start podcasts, who are wanting to start shows, I mean, we're starting from the ground up. We've been at it 6 months, and we've taken some time off and different things like that. So it's just like being transparent with you guys. The title for this show, the actual topic was supposed to be going from idea to execution. And we're having a brief conversation before we started. And I already knew I was kind of going to do this because I just want to keep it 100 with people out there, because a lot of my friends watch, people that I talk to on a daily basis. So I don't feel like I executed as well as I could this week. I mean, I'll be honest. The grace of God, He here. For real. Because He had other plans, and I blundered on the email. I left the one off of His email, so I did send him an email, but I don't know who got that. But it wasn't him.
We're here now. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So, and it's not really just to harp on that, but it's just to really just to pinpoint how the execution matters, the great idea, and how well you need to execute, especially when you're asking your own other people's time. I think as an entrepreneur, it is a lot of times that you are those relationships that you're developing, you're networking with people. You know, we hear the cliche, the first impression is everything. You can't redo it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, I have I've met you guys more than once, so I think that you can talk trash to me after it's over, and I'll take that full-fledged. I'll take the 360 feedback. But the point that I'm making is other people that may have been booked for the show, this could have killed any further opportunity for us to get other interviews, and then for them to introduce us into their network of friends that we could get to come onto the show to get you guys information. So just not executing fully myself, we could have lost the opportunity to even get more information and content out to the people. I'm just keeping it 100 because that's just what I'm about. I mean, I don't know any other way to do it. The easiest thing to tell is the truth. So I just want to keep it. What? Yeah.
Can I speak on that real quick?
Go ahead, doctor.
This is literally gonna take 2 seconds. I think in regards to being an entrepreneur, the things that have taught me the most are mentors, mistakes, and missed opportunities.
There we go.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Mentors first and foremost, because they've already bumped their heads, 9 or 10 times, along the way, so that you don't have to. Right? If it took your mentor 10 years to reach their level of success, it should take you half that, because you don't have to go through the same pitfalls and trials and tribulations that they
went through. Yeah.
As far as mistakes are concerned, I'm the type that I don't make the same mistake twice. Right? So, we all make mistakes. Sometimes they cost you time, sometimes they cost you money, but you learn from them so that you don't continue to repeat them. And then missed opportunities, man, that might be the one that bothers me the most, because you're always asking yourself, what if? Right?
Yeah.
That's the part that kills me the most. So in regards to missed opportunities, somebody told me something that has always stuck with me. They said you have to seize the opportunity of a lifetime within the lifetime of that opportunity. Right?
Oh yeah.
There are windows for this stuff. Opportunity not just gonna sit around and wait for you to take advantage of it, right?
It's always moving
it could come and be gone.
What's that saying?
Tomorrow.
Opportunity knocks.
Yeah, you answer the door. Yeah. Listen, seize the opportunity of a lifetime within the lifetime of an opportunity. Like, that is super important. And when you think like that, when you shift your perspective to think that way, it's almost like opportunity cost. So opportunity cost is
What it costs you to make a product.
it's like, okay, so of course, it's going to cost you something up front. But opportunity cost is when you look at it from the perspective of what am I losing if I don't take advantage of the opportunity?
True that.
Right?
Right.
What am I losing out on if I don't take that trip to Chicago? What am I losing out on if I don't start that business? So not like what am I putting in? What am I missing out?
Right.
Right? That's totally different. Right? So I think when you shift your perspective to think like that, it changes your trajectory.
I have an opportunity that that window is kind of coming probably close to the end.
Yeah.
You know what? You just kind of put it in perspective for me. I need to go ahead and jump on that. So
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
For sure.
That would have been the time that I would have been inappropriate because I've been knowing him so long, but I'm going to let that moment pass. One thing I do want to add on to that, since we just, that was some really serious, thank you for dropping that down for us. One of the things is listen, learn, and apply. With all of those, what Jacob just told you, how to, what did you say? Mentors, mistakes, and missed opportunities
will kill you.
There you go. So listen, learn, and apply. All of that information. The information is only good. Dr. Eric Thomas says all the time, information changes situations, right? The information can only change your situation if you apply the information. If you apply, I've had an argument with a couple people about this. There's the adage that knowledge is power. Right. To me, knowledge is empowerment. I could tell you, Jasmine, you have keys to a brand new BMW 750i, whatever it is, downstairs. You know that you have keys to a BMW. You holding them in your hand. You are at that moment. You are empowered as a new car owner. But for you to really take that knowledge and make it become power and feel the weight of that car and the steering wheel up under your hand, you got to go downstairs, put the keys in the ignition, start it up, and drive that bad boy off. You have to apply that knowledge, and now it becomes power. It's simple. Maybe it's just too simple, but I've had arguments about that, and not to argue with anybody, but that's just what it is. You listen, learn, and apply. I'm listening to both of these guys, to everybody, and learning at the same time, and you're going to see some application in the next few days. So let's
definitely, because that honed in so hard right there. Let me tell you, because I feel like so many people need to hear that wake up call, especially in a social media day and age. We let what other people, like their judgment, what they're going to think, that becomes everybody's fear of, no, I can't do this, I can't do that. And I feel like everybody, that's a free fall moment to be like, you know what, screw what everybody else is thinking, screw really what they're thinking, or screw what they may believe I should do, and let me just do what I feel like needs to happen.
Do you guys feel like that? Has that ever killed you before?
It kills me right now.
Like just what people's opinions are going to be like. Even like, who has? I found this. Some of the people that have the ones that will kill an idea are like your family, the people closest to you. They'll shut you down. Like you will go in there full of faith, boy, ready to go, and you say, "Yeah, I got this side, such and such," and then they just go through this laundry list. At the end, you just be ready to.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
sheesh, speak on that.
Amen.
Man, that is so. In that situation, how have you combat that situation? Anybody?
I keep my business to myself. I don't have much family, so I mean that's
well,
I guess that's one upside of it. But
even with people close to you, not just from I'm saying family, but even the people that are in your closest circle.
There are only a handful of people whose opinion I value. Everybody else, I don't really care.
But you did say you're your biggest critic, and that you want to edit something 100 times before you put it out.
Right.
So therefore, you do care a little bit about.
That's different though. That's
is it
because
more your words?
You care about your opinion.
Okay.
Well, and it's also like I'm putting something out in the world, like it's
a piece of you,
right? It's
for them
different
to
if I'm
read.
going to go start 100%. A business or something. So
I get that 100%. That's why when I try to blog, I won't ever post the blog because I'm like, this is like me that they have to read, and I'll want to read it 100 times. and it'll never just get posted.
I'm not a very open person, so when
Yeah.
I write, it's like I want to make sure that it's just how I want it presented to the world because
Yeah.
I don't share. So this is me sharing. So
Yeah.
Most writers are closed off people.
well,
Shout out to Calvin J. I just saw him.
Oh,
Yeah, I just saw him. He was posting something, but that is the truth, though.
Yeah.
And I say that all the time, man. I tell people, as a writer, it's your duty as a writer, a poet, whatever you do, it's your duty to paint the picture of life in word form, to be authentic, to be genuine about it. And we are closed off people. I'm closed off. I could go days and not talk to anybody, and I'm cool, and I don't be mad about it. This is one of my my oldest friends. This is like a brother to me. He could say things to me that nobody else, that I would take offense to initially. But he can say stuff to me. He can make jokes and things like, you have that inner circle, and he knows things about me. But I cannot talk to this dude for like a week. I'll hit him up and check on him and stuff like that. Not saying that I'm that distant, but I know he's the same way and I'm the same way. If it's an issue or something, we'll reach out to each other. So most people who write are like that, though. We hold a lot of stuff close to the vest. It's stuff I have right now that I have never shared with anybody that I probably need to. But it is crazy that we are that closed off. I have had a bunch of ideas, like, pew, but they start shooting holes all through it, and I'm just like, it's looking like Swiss cheese. And I'm just like, oh.
There's a difference between shooting
Never
holes in it
mind.
and then someone saying, okay, did you think about this? Did you think about that? How do you want to do this? More of a
What?
constructive.
Yeah.
Right.
The hard
Right.
questions.
Right.
That's when I call you now. I ask you, I
my
expect the
grandpa.
hard questions. I'll take that. But I think it's sometimes that, and I think it's a little bit of a tangent, but it is. Well, let's just say this: for people out there who you have ideas, or you have friends that are coming to you with ideas, and they look at you as a person, they respect and they value your opinion. Know that. I mean, really respect the fact that somebody values your opinion, and have tact. I mean, just basically, you don't want to just, even if you think the idea is half cocked, or it needs work, anything like that, then it's a way to present that. And sometimes I think that, sometimes we can't have our feelings on our shoulders. We can be in our feelings, and we take something that's a little bit, that's meant for good, and we are, that's intended for good, we take it in the wrong way. And now we miss the message because we got a problem with the messenger.
And
Oh yeah?
Say that last part again.
I said we missed the message because we have a problem with the messenger. And I will add this little caveat in there. The biggest lessons that you have to learn will not always come from the person that you want it to come from.
Right.
Sometimes it's going to come from the person that get on your last. You know what I mean?
For real.
But they're probably the most objective person.
Right.
That's going to give you, they may be trying to give you the brutal truth because they want to hurt. But guess what? You have to
You
take
really-
that brutal truth in to the vest and deal with it and have that mirror moment and just come out better. And come out better at it. So let's talk about this for a minute. What do you have coming up next?
What do I have next? The trips, of course. But I'm really looking to. I just got big plans, man.
Yeah?
Don't switch on me. I got big plans. I'm gonna come with the Drake. But I'm already gearing up for 2019. To be honest, I think that far in advance. Cosign is already thinking December. I'm thinking January, February already, right? So of course, I'm a custom clothier. I sell custom suits, custom shirts, trousers, and vests. I'm planning on opening a private shop. Not necessarily a storefront, right? But even, renting out an office space like here at Elevator Relief, where I can actually have people come and be fit. I'm planning on expanding my collection. I'm planning on hosting my first event in October. So I'm looking for venue sponsors, potential partners. It's just a lot in the works. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I just know we're gonna get from point A to point B.
And you doing something in the near future? I know. Is it tomorrow? You doing something with Tiff the Zeta?
Yeah, I got an event tomorrow.
Okay. You co-hosting?
Yes, I am co-hosting.
Oh, check you out.
I would pull the information. I've never been to the spot before, but it will be dope.
Yeah.
It'll be a vibe.
So I know about Tiff because she does. She hosts the DFW Greek Picnic, Dallas Greek Picnic.
Yeah.
Every year. Yeah. So shout out to the homie, C-Dub, Calvin Whitaker, the ambassador.
And it's a free event too. So it's at Louis Piano Bar
Okay.
on Elm Street.
Right, it's
so
right.
it gotta
Yeah,
be
it's in Deep
in Deep
Ellum.
Ellum.
gotta be
across from
downtown.
7-Eleven,
Yeah, gotta be
Yeah.
close. So it'll be dope. It starts at 8:30. No cover, no charge.
Got
Oh,
you.
shout out to No
Okay.
Covers.
Yeah, for real. Right. That's how they trying to get you.
Right.
We miss those days. What about you guys, man? What do you guys have? I mean, aside from the awards, and I guess you got another. Is this the trip? Is that trip a continuation of the Cosign tour?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Well, kind of. So we got a trip next month, September, and then October. I'll be in Atlanta. KG will be out there. We have an event. I want to say it's the first Friday of October. I want to say the 5th. I don't know off the top of my head what the calendar says, but
I think that's when it is. I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
and I'll be out there for A3C as well. I also have a trip. I'm going to Europe, visit family, which is, I mean, not entrepreneurial, but hey, that's what's coming up. I have a couple of things like I'm much better written than I am spoken, and at the same time, I kind of keep things close to the vest. I don't really just talk about them until they're rolling. So I got a couple of things I'm working on outside of Cosign. Also with the Vince Tucker Radio Show, we're working on trying to get on terrestrial. So
Vince, I know that's one of his things. We talked about that about maybe a month and a half ago. Because I'm like, you killing right now. What you?
Yeah.
Why you even want to worry about terrestrials? Like that's, big homie. That's always been the dream.
right,
So, and I know that he'll kill it if he gets the opportunity.
right. So we're working behind the scenes on that, and that's about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stay busy though.
I'm working on about 4 hours sleep. And a
Yeah.
bunch of coffee.
That's every day.
I know, right?
Every
Stay
day.
busy. Jazz, what
up?
about you, babe?
Man, I know that after that talk, I'm just going to get my life together with the website. I'm going to get my life together with this podcast show. But I have a lot of ideas in the works. I'm my biggest reason to fail, straight up.
Always.
So
Yeah.
hopefully it'll change. That'll change. And
So-
I'll come out of this shell.
Well, please do, because we need you to do that on this. I mean, you ain't even really in no cell. You just
Yo, but I feel like it. Like, my presence is not on social media at all. There have been girls that I started off with that I'm just like, I'm so proud of you guys. But that's because they're so good with putting themselves out there. And I'm just not. I go to do it and I'm like, nah, that's stupid. I'm good.
Yeah, but you have to.
Yeah, for sure. People like the stupidness. People like that. I'm starting to learn. So it's a process, just one layer at a time, like an onion or something.
got you. What? So are you taking? You're actually taking subscriptions to the site right now, right? Too, right?
Yeah, yes. And there's some cool things that are going to come with that. So you guys be ready. But yeah, you can subscribe to my website, and you get to see behind the scenes interviews with people that I'll be doing. I'm going to try to give away freebies when you subscribe, and you actually get access to like my private albums, photos that I can't really put on Instagram, but they're my art that I love to create. So I want people to see them.
You got to drop the site. What you?
Yeah, you beat me to it.
It is.
They're in
It
the
is
lead.
jnicole.net, and Nicole is NICHOLE, and that is .net. So yeah, check it out.
jnicole.net. You should check it out. I've been to the site in this flooding stage. I haven't been in a little bit, but yeah, you should check it out though. You should check it out though. My co-host is fine. She does
tries.
well. She does well. She's very the camera loves her.
I love the camera for sure.
As far as us, as far as Mr. Mo Better, JP Green, I'm still hosting Rhythm and Rhymes. Just had a phone conversation the other night. Shout out to Casino Brown and Caviar Entertainment. We're trying to link up and do some things. I'm getting back to my roots. I love entertainment. I love music. So I'm getting back to my roots. I'm working on a novel right now. And the goal is to be done with the novel by the end of the year and have it out by 2019. So that's we're just gonna do it. I've been sitting on it for a while. So that was coming into 2018 was the goal for 2018 was everything that I have been sitting on over the last few years was not to get out of 2018 without having got everything out there. Either started it, got it in motion, or got it out there. Like I was just like, I'm throwing everything out there. So that's what it's been about. And also continuing to develop the Get Back Show, to keep peeling back the layers and making sure we get the best of the best, the cream of the crop, get the best and have the best conversations that we can have, finding the right way to ask the right question. Really, that's what it's about, and continue to have conversations that are going to give you guys what you want and need. And I believe that that's information, whether you can apply it now or at some point down the line, as long as you have access to it. And I'm going to say this, I'm in the room all the time with some great minds. Cosign Blueprint Summit was off the chain. Some of the people that I met, just unbelievable. But I'm going to tell you this as entrepreneurs, if you're in a room full of people like that, you ask questions. That's all I'm going to say.
100%.
Ask questions. You come there to get information, but you cannot extract. A moderator can't extract all the information that you can during the Q&A session. Don't leave there without asking a question.
Yeah.
I think that you should go. I was mad at myself because I was volunteering, but I'm mad at myself because I had the opportunity. I'm running the Q&A and I ain't ask a question. Mm-hmm. And I was like thinking about it after we talked. I'm like, man, it's about 3 questions. I had some good ones that I wanted answers to that I know I could have gotten some great information about. So that's what I'll just encourage you guys on that part is, man, when you go to these events and you're around people who are actually operating their businesses, who are doing well, that are there, they want to give you information, but they don't know exactly what you want to know unless you ask them.
Yeah.
And that's what we're about. We're about trying to extract that information and help people also tell their stories so that we can reach you guys. And other than that, man, just the getbackshow.com, the landing page will be up. The landing page should be up end of September, beginning of October. We have some other things coming. We're going to have another Femtrepreneur Volume 2. So if you know any female entrepreneurs out there, I know you know a host of them, that would like to be part of Femtrepreneur, whether they want to come to the show or call in, please reach out to getbackshow@gmail.com, or you can DM either one of us, j.nicole on Instagram, Nicole with 2 E's on Instagram, and you can hit me, Mr. Mo Better, Mr._Mo_Better on Instagram and Twitter. I'm on there. I'm on both. And then what else we got? The 8th, September the 8th is an all radio show. I know I'm kind of working back in next month. It's all radio. That one's called I Can't Live Without My Radio. I have a bunch of friends that are in radio that are doing podcasts and stuff like that are going to be up here. So it should be interesting to have those personalities in one room. This is going to be pretty awesome. And moving into October, we have another show slated. So like you said, you already into Q1 of 2019.
Oh, yeah.
I got us mapped out up until about Q1 of 2019.
Good.
All the shows planned out, man. We just want to continue to give you guys what you need. And I'm going to leave you with this. We're just doing an hour today just because it was, I appreciate my guests coming down and making time for us. Because these guys are busy. They have other stuff to do, and they made time to come out and be transparent and be authentic and genuine and share information with you. I just want to leave you with this. A lot of you are standing at the edge. You're standing at the edge of that cliff, and it's time for you to go beyond the edge. You got to take the jump. You have to take the leap, and once you take that leap, don't focus on the fact that you're free falling. Focus on the fact and focus on learning how to fly. You got to flap your wings. I was thinking about it today. I've never jumped out of an airplane, never parachuted, but that's where that came from. The free fall artist. Freefallartist.com is coming Q1 2019.
Hey,
I'm shameless
my man.
plugs, baby.
Come on now.
This is the
Come on.
Hilarious.
But one of the things I thought about it this morning. I've never parachuted. But the quote is that the next time it feels like you're parachuting, you're skydiving without a parachute, don't focus on the fact that you're free falling. Learn how to fly. Learn how to fly. I've never done that, but I grew up with like 15 male cousins, and you know how you learn how to swim in the country with a bunch of boys as cousins?
It's throwing you in.
Yeah, they throw you in.
Figure it
so
out.
that's what it's like. But you remember the first time that you jumped in the pool, the pressure of the water on your chest, and it shocked you. It knocked some of the air out of you. You took some of the water in, and you were at that, let's just keep it 100. You were at that oh shit moment. Like, either I'm going to flail my arms and kick my feet, and you wanted to get to the surface so you can breathe in some air. And that's kind of what it's like when you jump and you take that leap. It is scary as hell. You have all kind of thoughts. What did you call them, Jacob?
Thought limiting beliefs.
You have thought limiting beliefs that you would sit there and you would not flap your arms. You'll keep your arms in, and you just like falling at a crazy rate, right? But if you would think about the bird the first time it fell from the nest when they learn how to fly, they have to open their wings up so that the air will lift them up. And a lot of times that's just what it is, you guys. We have to be active. As Craig said, it takes personal action. Whatever it is, whatever amount. Craig said, he was saying, whatever you do, even if it's the smallest, the most minimal thing that you do it. And then you keep doing it. It's repetitive. It's flapping your wings get stronger, and you're learning. It's a process. So I just want to tell you guys, but also you have to be patient. You have to be patient in the process. A lot of times he said, I'm quoting you, dog. I told you I was going to quote you. He said, it's the starting that stops us. It's the starting that stops us. That was I know that's the same face I made when I read it.
You know it was good when you make that face.
Yeah. It's
Like
the start like something stink.
Yeah.
It's the starting that stops us.
have to
Shout
write
out to
that.
Craig J. Lewis Gigwear. Go follow them, man, and check them out, see what they're doing. But don't let the starting stop you. Remember this, the beginning starts with deciding to, and you don't have to be perfect to start.
Preach.
Man, as always, we're sending all our prayers up for you and all our love out to you. It's a Get Back Show. We'll see you again in a couple weeks. Peace.